Good morn! Nothing like some summery country music to have a almost end of summery episode of Coffee with Cass. Top of the morning to ya. It is Catterday, which means I'm here. And I'm alone this time. Not having to worry about going anywhere. I do have some work things to do in a bit, but my sister and nephew and brother-in-law have left. So hello from where you guys are watching now that you're not here to either watch it in my own home or see me do it. So cheers, everybody. Happy Saturday. I got to sleep in for the first time since my sister was here because my nephew would wake me up almost every morning. And so I would just go and say good morning to the little guy and take him out of his little Betty bye and then just be up for the day. So I actually slept past 7 a.m. for the first time in about a week and it feels great. Here with me today I have my Dunkin' Donuts Original Blend Coffee. Side note, I also looked and I realized I have never worn this shirt. This is my Dunkin' Donuts of Hollywood shirt that I got a couple of years ago, and I use it now as a bedtime shirt because it's a little big for me. But it was so soft, and I love the color because it's basically the color of my eyes. It's not quite green, but it's not blue either. It's like a turquoisey emerald kind of color, and I really like it. And it's super comfy. So I have my Original Blend Coffee, also my Au Naturel hair. So this is just what we're doing today. This is what she does when we let her dry with just coconut oil and prayer. So I have Trader Joe's creamer, which I love Trader Joe's, don't get me wrong. I go there so often. My go-to grocery stores are Trader Joe's and Sprouts. But I find that the Silk Soy creamer, I use less of it and it tastes better to me. So this one is less expensive, but you also get a smaller container. The Silk one comes in like a big, I think it's like, I don't know how many, it's less than a half gallon. I think it's like 2 pints or something, and the Trader Joe's is like 1. And it's a lot thinner in consistency, and it just doesn't do it for me as much. But it's still good. So that and agave, that's what we've got going on today, and my Reed Drummond Queen Pioneer Woman mug. Also, there are things that I have not addressed because last week when I was doing the video, I was on a time crunch because my sister was here and I was like just trying to haul through it so that I would be done and just could leave the video to upload while we were on our way to Universal. And so I wasn't thinking of the things that I wanted to say, but also like they're important things that I want to acknowledge because it deals with this little show here, sideshow that we've got going on. So I just wanted to talk about it. Number one, I'm sorry to Thomas Halbert, who I mentioned like 2 videos ago. He is a YouTuber, and I said that his name was Halbert, and I know exactly why. It's because I have gotten into The Office over the last few months. So I'm sure in my head I didn't even register that it was Halbert for Thomas, but like Jim and Pam Halbert was probably what I was thinking. Like, oh yeah, it's Halbert. Like, Halbert might not be a name. And then after I had the video up, I realized, oh, maybe that's not his name. And so I looked it up. It's not. And so I'm very sorry. I do my best to pronounce people's names and things correctly because I don't want to make someone offended or uncomfortable by mispronouncing their name. So there's that. Also, apparently, there's another sheriff in town. Okay, so my mom, hi Mom, she watches these videos, and I guess she did a little research for me, which I should have just done myself. Also, I'm sorry I just uncontrollably touch my hair. That's why I always have it up, because if not, I'll just be touching it all day. So I'm gonna try my best to just keep my hands down here, but just know that I have a weird thing where I just am always like touching or twirling my hair. I'm working on it. So my mom was trying to find one of my videos, I'm assuming, and so she probably just looked up Coffee with Cass, and there's another. So, hey girl, hey. I don't think she's uploaded a video in a while, and I to be completely honest, did not know that she even existed until my mom said, you know, there's another Coffee with Cass. And I said, oh, this is news to me. So, hello, sorry if I'm stepping on your toes, but there's more than one Cass in the world. I'm just doing this as kind of my video journal and to, you know, keep up with my family, because it's easier for me to say, just watch my video from this week so you know what's going on, than to call and text everyone individually. Although I do want to get better about doing that more, because it's important to talk to your family, at least, well, family is a concept that I can explain in a whole other video, but to my immediate family, I like to, you know, talk to them as much as I can. I want to start getting better at that because I feel like I have been slacking lately, so. Just spilling some tea and sipping some coffee. I'm trying to think if there's anything else that I need to address that has been going on behind the scenes or in my videos. I don't think so, but if there is, we'll just talk about it next week because I can't think of anything. So here we are. This is the first weekend in a while that I'm not having family in town or going somewhere or doing something. And why is this blinking at me? It says that I'm running out of time. I'm trying to get my memory card to work with me and it's giving me a countdown, so hold please. We will be back while I try to figure out what the heck is going on. Okay, we're back. I had to just format my card and just... Also, it's actually kind of good that that happened because now I realize I don't know where all my backup cards are, so that's another thing we can add to the list of things to do today. At any rate, okay, now that I'm all disheveled, I don't know what to do. Okay, as I was saying, this is the first weekend that I was able to kind of sleep in for longer than like 5 minutes, which I love sleeping. I'm a sleepy person in general. It's funny because whenever I'm home, I'm always the last one to wake up, and you know, I'm just really into sleeping, guys. I don't know what else to tell you, but I'm trying to think if there's like anything I need to update everyone on. I mean, I still live in the same place, clearly, as my dog painting on the wall. I don't have any trips planned for this weekend. Next weekend, most likely doing something, but for now, I'm just kind of staying in one spot, which sometimes is nice because I do travel quite a bit, and I enjoy traveling, but I also enjoy just being in my little nest here and doing these videos, and it just gives me a nice structural schedule for the weekend, because I'm a Virgo, so I love structure and scheduling and stuff. Speaking of scheduling, that is one thing that I absolutely have to do this weekend, is book my birthday vacation to Hawaii. Because it's something else that I realized this week, is that my 24th birthday is going to be in about a month and a week. And I haven't booked the trip yet, but that is because the job that I'm doing right now is supposed to go until the week of my birthday. So I may be able to just take that day off, or I might just do nothing because it's Monday, and you know, Monday birthdays kind of suck. I think it couldn't have been last year, but 2 years ago, my birthday was on a Saturday. Let me think. If this year it's, yeah. Actually, I don't know. I don't think my birthday's been on a weekend in a while. But especially for it being on a Monday, you know, like, I think, I don't know. It's just a weird day to have your birthday because I don't want to necessarily call out of work because everyone's going to know, oh, it's Cass's birthday today and she called out. She's probably hungover, but I don't have any, like, plans for my actual birthday. But once the show is done, at the end of September, I'm planning on going to Hawaii for the first time. And I decided after last year's birthday excursion that I wasn't going to just do something because it was, you know, a travel company having a special. I want to go to Maui. I've been saying for years that I want to go to Hawaii at least, but specifically I would like to go to Maui. So I need to get all that settled today, at least the plan, so that we can buy everything on Tuesday, because pro travel tip, Tuesday is the cheapest day to buy plane tickets because that is when they are the lowest, specifically Tuesday night. But Wednesday morning they go up, so if you're planning on booking travel anytime, that's what you need to do. Is get your ducks in a row on a Tuesday night and book it. But yeah, this will be my first big trip in a really long time. The last big one was, I think, last year when I went to Costa Rica for my birthday for a week, and it was a really fun trip. And Costa Rica is beautiful, but it was a lot of driving, and it's very, I don't want to say old school, but it's not as modernized as it is in America. So when we were driving places, my travel buddy and I would have to get in a car. First of all, it was a manual transmission, so I had to drive most of the trip because I used to have a manual Beetle, so I drove it for years and am very skilled at that. And she almost killed us leaving the rental car parking lot, so that was my job. And so we were driving around, and all the streets, which is a loose term, were like cobblestoney or had like lots of rocks. So we were just perpetually worried that we were gonna bust a tire in the middle of the forest in Costa Rica and have to get saved, but we didn't, and so we were very lucky to not have to do that. But yeah, Costa Rica is a beautiful place to visit. I would recommend, if you're gonna go, maybe just stick to 1 or 2 cities, because I think we had to go to 3 and they were all 3 hours apart, so it was lots and lots of driving that I don't like to do on vacation, because I'm more of a sit and get drunk somewhere kind of vacationer versus a let's go travel and explore things. You know, in some places, yes, that is fine, but for the most part, I'm like, let's just not do anything and hang out kind of vacationer. But I'm working on it because I want to be more adventurous and do things while I'm in a country that I'm never going to get to. Well, not that I'm never, but while I'm in a country that I haven't been to before. Because that's the whole point of going, is to go to places and see new things. So that's my tangent on birthday travel stuff. So this year, hitting up Hawaii, it's going to be a larger trip than usual. Generally, and by generally I mean the last 2 years, it's just been me and my friend Anne-Marie, who you guys have seen if you've seen my travel videos. We usually just pick a place and we go. So for my 22nd birthday, we went to Denver, and I was there for 24 hours. And for my 23rd birthday, which was last year, we went to Costa Rica, and so this year we're going to Hawaii. And I think this might be better suited for next week to kind of tell the stories from those trips, because Costa Rica was a gem, and we were struggling quite a bit for some of that trip, but it was really beautiful, and I would like to kind of talk about the behind the scenes and stuff that you didn't see of that trip in its own video, so that this one isn't too super long. But today is Saturday, to come full circle, and I'm gonna be hitting up downtown LA for I don't know the name of the fair, but it's the lady who she made food out of felt and has her own little supermarket. So I'm gonna go there, do some work stuff, and tomorrow is my meal prep day, and so I think today I would like to do my grocery shopping and get anything that I did not get in my imperfect produce box, which, if you don't know what imperfect produce is, it's they don't have it everywhere, which is why I don't generally talk about it too much, even though I love it so much, because I love the idea of cutting down food waste and things like that. But basically they sell fruits and vegetables and other things like coffee. I think they have like rice now, and they're starting to expand. But basically any like ugly produce or things that aren't pretty enough to be in a grocery store, or there's a surplus of, like, I always get parsley and cilantro for I think like 89 cents or something like that, and it's a little bit more than I would pay in a grocery store, but I feel better about getting something from somewhere that they're just gonna toss it. It's like, why? Just give me that parsley. I like to have a little freshness in my spaghetti sauce. So anything that I didn't get in there, I'll need to get at Sprouts today. Also, they're having a 72-hour sale, so I want to go get some watermelon because I love Sprouts. And yeah, I think that's pretty much it. Thanks for sitting along for the ride, guys. I'm going to try to figure out this whole memory card thing and either get some new ones or fix the one that I have. But thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next weekend.